Hi, we're going to be multi-masking today, and I'm going to show you all how you can get a couple, maybe 3 or 4 different benefits from one masking, one sitting. So when do you guys like to mask? Because there are a couple times a day that I like to mask, specifically. When I'm driving the kids to school in the morning, I will stealth mask, which is masking on the sly because nobody can tell that you're wearing a mask. My school round drop-off time in the morning is roughly 25 to 30 minutes. So it's a good amount of time for masking, and I'll usually do a moisturizing mask in the morning because those are the ones that are colorless or close to flesh toned. And then I also like to mask while I'm bathing. I know a lot of you guys like to mask while you're bathing. And then I also like to mask while I'm doing other things around the house throughout the day, and then I'll just rinse my mask off in the shower when I'm done with all my household chores. So those are the different times that I like to mask. Multi-masking is using more than one mask on different parts of your face to address those specific concerns. And I really like this idea because there's so many different things going on with my face at any given time, as I'm sure there is with a lot of you, and it's hard to pick just one thing to attack. And it's hard to find a mask that will moisturize and detox at the same time, because you need that nourishment in some places and you need the drying out in other places. So that's where multi-masking comes in. And I know I've seen some questions addressing layering masks, which I don't recommend because it's like your masks are meant to sit on top of your skin. So you'll absorb the nutrients and the benefits and stuff, but because the formula prevents it from completely soaking into your skin, if you put another mask on top of it, it's almost like a shield, so that you're not getting any of the benefits from whatever mask you're putting on top of it. So I do not recommend layering masks. I don't think it's effective at all. If anything, you're just getting the effects from the first mask you apply, but none of the benefits from the mask that you layer on top. And now here's where I assess what Melody will need on her face.
I'm very dry.
You're dry everywhere?
Yeah. That's usually my only problem. The only time I'm not dry is when I haven't washed my face in a while, and then like I get oily. But other than that, it's usually just a problem that I don't retain moisture very well.
Okay, where do you feel tightness?
Mostly around here.
Okay.
And I don't really feel especially tight unless I've been out in the sun.
Okay. And what about breakouts? Have you noticed any? Where do you break out the most that you like to control?
I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, but it's like not going away. Okay, I mostly break out along my hairline, and that's probably from shampoo, and that mixes with, my face. And I break out on my chest. It's hormonal. It's not. It comes and goes. Like there's it's there and it's incurable, or it's not there, which is usually the case. And then every once in a while I will break out around the mouth, and that's not a common occurrence.
Okay. So what I'm hearing from you then is that you feel dry around this area, like around your, like where your smile lines are. Is that where you pointed to?
Yeah.
And you feel like you break out more along the hairline.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have any other benefits that you want from the mask, like brightening or evening skin tone, or any of that?
Brightening. I don't really know much about evening my skin tone, but I do know my skin tone is pretty uneven on my face. It's like, especially around here, around my mouth, my face is lighter, and in other parts of my face it's darker. It's hard to tell unless you're really close.
Okay. So then what I would suggest for Melody is, where you go?
Oh wait, what about eye bags too? Is there anything you can do about that?
Yes, I'm going to help you with that as well. So, I really like for moisturizing is the Nourish Oil Mask, and my label peeled off, but oh no, avalanche. My label peeled off, but this is Nourish Oil Mask, and I also like, now normally for myself I would do Holy Lotus, but because Melody's skin is a little bit sensitive right now, and she's still acquiring the strength in her skin to accept Sabbatical beauty products, I'm holding off on the Lotus because I've heard that for some people it stings a little bit at first. I'm going to start her off with Nourish first. And then for the hairline, to keep acne controlled, I'm going to do, where are you? Oh, here, right up front. Sakikasu. Do you have active breakouts right now? Oh, I see tiny bumps.
Nah, yeah, it's better than it was last week. That was last week, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. When you guys saw me last time, it was worse then, but it's clearing up a little.
Okay.
Not that I've done anything about it, just.
And then for brightening, I'm gonna actually do some Detox Herbal mask on her because, one, I think this is such a good mask for all skin types, especially if you're starting your teenager off on skincare. This is like a green smoothie for your face, so you're going to get all of the nutrients from the vegetable and tea powders that are in here. You got green tea, which helps to balance the oiliness on your skin, kale, which will help with evening skin tone and brightening. Actually, I have dark circles under my eyes, and kale is one of the recommended foods to eat for brightening under the eyes because it has vitamin K, and vitamin K helps with blood clotting, which is essentially what the darkness under your eyes are. It's like basically blood clotting under there, and you want to disperse that. So, and then the goji berry and the spinach and turmeric, that's all great for brightening as well. So we're going to do this, and this one's a little bit messy. So with Detox, can you get me a paper towel, please? Rip one off of there for me, please. With Detox, all of the powders settle to the bottom, so you need to make sure that you stir it up really well, and that's why I have this stirring spatula. This came with another mask that I got a long time ago, and I just kept the spatula. So it's really great for mixing dense powders that fall to the bottom of your jar, because then it evenly distributes it throughout the liquids and oils in here.
It smells edible.
It does. It smells like the smoothies that I make. So you want to make sure and mix it up really well. I spend a lot of time mixing my Detox mask. So once that is all mixed up, here, grab this with the paper towel, please. Then I go and get my silicone spatula, and I really like this a lot. And I'm going to start masking. But I'm going to do the oil mask first. So here is, here, give me your fingers. And I want you to put this where you feel dry. Just on the places you feel dry. And that was Nourish Oil Mask. And I have another tiny spatula for the sake kasu as well. Okay. Take this and put that on your hairline where you break out. You just took all that amazing detoxness on the paper towel. I know, I'm sorry, Gretchen. It's only for video purposes only. I don't do that all the time. I just did it to keep it clean since we're on her bed, so I'm so sorry if that hurt you guys.
I know, I saw that and it was kind of disappointing.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Could have done it over my shirt. I've been wearing a shirt for 2 days.
What is going on next door? The whole house just shook. All of the other kids are in the next room.
It's the norm.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
What?
It's in your mouth.
It's in your mouth?
Right there. In the corner.
Sorry, how does it taste?
I didn't taste it. I didn't know if it was edible.
It's okay. I mean, it's not edible. You shouldn't just go eating it. I would probably eat it in a zombie apocalypse if I really had to, but
it's doable.
it's not harmful.
Okay.
We don't recommend eating it, though.
Unfortunate. It smells good.
Turn facing towards me, please. What's your nose like? Your nose doesn't get oily or anything?
No, my nose is just at the base of my nose. Like, everywhere around my nose is different. Like, on the sides, especially under my 2 nostrils, like, that's, like, right there. That's really dry. And I get really there. And I can never tell if it's, like, a breakout, or if there's a scab there, or if it's, like, I don't know. So yeah, that spot's always weird. Or I get pimples on the bridge of my nose sometimes. Really oily. And then my nose is really oily when that happens.
Your nose gets too oily? Okay, so...
No, not always. It's just when I get a pimple.
Okay. So for that then, I think on your nose I'm going to do some camel milk and yeast. Where my tiny spatula goes? Okay. Give me a finger. Mix this around. This is camel milk and yeast, which is also good for acne. It'll balance the oil and kill bacteria, and the lactic acid will help to promote rapid exfoliation as well.
I'm getting it mixed with the other one.
Oh, and she washed her face right before this video. Always mask with a clean face.
Yes, always do that.
Okay, I'm gonna go through these comments. How does your face feel?
Like I want to touch it.
Don't.
Yeah, you may be tempted to touch your face while you have a mask on your face, but don't do it. It's just a slippery slope into a mess all over everything you love.
Yeah. And FYI, detox mask doesn't dry. So if you're waiting for it to dry before you rinse it off, it's never gonna happen. But do you wanna wear the ham face?
Do we have anything else to put on?
Oh yeah, I do
For
actually.
brightening, right?
Well, I just put all the things on your face.
All the things?
But we can boost it with the rose water
yes,
from
do
the
that.
Supercharge Your Moisture set, even though she has sake kasu and camel milk on her face. It's okay because it'll help benefit all this other detox stuff too. So we open up the compression mask.
What? Is it called the compression mask because it's compressed, or because it compresses your face?
Wait, was that a real question?
Yes, it was. Yes.
It's because it's compressed.
Okay, well that's misleading. Then why don't they call it the compressed mask?
I don't know.
It was a real question.
Okay, hold on. I'm just getting it as wet as I can. When your hand starts to feel wet, that's, I think, when you have enough on your compression mask. No. Everything on my tray is turning green slowly. There's a leak in the Detox.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's not good.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
You look like a Momo.
I was just thinking that.
Momo is monster.
My face is always too small or too big for face masks. There's never any in between, so I either like have to cover my eyes or cover my breathing holes or like have it hanging off my chin.
You can cut them, you know.
I'm too lazy.
Okay, now it's time for the ham face.
And it has little ear loops so it can stay on.
That's hot.
Hey you guys, re-vlog or I'll be in your room at 2 a.m.
Okay, now I did not wash my face before this video, so I'm gonna show you. Chill.
What you're supposed to do.
I know, but I was gonna use this as an example of how to do it the quick way.
I was gonna say how not to do it.
Don't tell me what. I'm the professional here. And you're eating your mask. Here.
Because it's made with fruits.
Okay, can you tear me off another paper towel, please?
Yes.
Natalie said, my husband just said, I don't like those. Alright, so here's how I do it in the morning. I will take a cotton pad and a beauty water. Right now I've been using tea tree beauty water because my acne has a sense of humor. Haha. So I will just do a quick swipe in my beauty water. And this will usually be strong enough to take off my sleeping pack. Oh my gosh, you're creeping me out. Your face in the corner there is creeping me out.
And then the shadows. I can, like, if I look down at my nose, I can see through the little nose bone.
Okay.
It is I, Ham Man.
Oh, thank you. Natalie says, her husband says, I can't believe she's a mother. She looks 18. Thank you. Okay, so I've been having a lot of hormonal breakouts, and I usually get those from about here. You can see those are starting to go away, actually. And then my chin has a lot of milia around here, and then I get this huge, like, cystic one every now and then. It always comes back. It just turns into a big bump. It doesn't get ahead, and it hurts a lot, and there's nothing I can really do about it except be really aggressive with treatment. With that one, sometimes I even have to bring out my blue LED light device to help it along, but that's really the only one I need to do that to because it's just so deep under there, and I don't even get the satisfaction of popping it because it never comes to head. So for that, I use the Bethany charcoal mask, and I do what we call here my beard mask, because it looks like I have a beard when I treat my hormonal areas.
Wait, Mom, do you pop your pimples usually?
Yes, but you're not supposed to. I try to resist as much as possible and just let it expel itself out. But if I get into a mood or if I have a little bit of free time on my hands and I happen to look at my face, I'll start touching it. So I try to keep myself busy.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to pop your pimples, especially not in your, what's this called? Nasolabial?
Yes.
You're not.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Never pop pimples in your nasolabial triangle because they could be connected to important blood vessels.
Say that louder.
Never pop pimples in your nasolabial triangle because they could be connected to important blood vessels in your face and you could damage your face by doing so. So do avoid that at all costs.
It's good to know.
It's my tip of the day.
So today I have my biker beard going on because these are starting to go away, so I don't need it to come all the way up anymore. And I always do the Bethany mask first because I like for it to dry so that it doesn't mix with the other masks that it might touch. Because once it's dry, there's no mixing and like mixing of the oils and stuff.
You look very rugged.
I do. I could be in like a lumberjack ad or something.
I was just thinking you could be in a lumberjack commercial.
Some kind of Eddie Bauer commercial or
Yeah, see, we
LL Bean or I don't know. Where do
Columbia.
lumberjacks shop? Columbia.
See, we think a lot of the same things at the same time. It's pretty funny.
Yes, but we're nothing alike. Isn't that funny? We have so many things in common, but we're not like really alike. We're actually a lot different than I was at her age anyway. She is what I wish that I was when I was her age. Because she's so cool. She is, despite what she's displaying now. She's
I think
so
you mean
cool.
all the time.
Yeah. Well, she's just
no.
very confident and very smart and has a good head on her shoulder and has no time for scrubs and F-boys, and she sets boundaries very early so as not to fall into something with stupid boys that...
Or stupid girls.
Or stupid girls, that's true.
I mean, but also, at my parents' request, I'm pretty square, so like, if you invite me to a party, it has to go through them first, and it'll take 3 to 5 business days for me to get back to you on whether I can go or not.
You need to talk louder.
I'm sorry, I'm used to talking low and quiet and mysterious. Because
Everybody loves my beard.
I love your
I
beard.
think I'm gonna contour, give myself a more chiseled square face.
Beards are cool.
Beards are cool. Okay, so I get dry under my eyes, and that's where I like to put my Nourish. So I'm gonna put Nourish under my eyes, and 1 drop is enough for each eye. And you see I'm sliding, I'm not patting, because it's just so slippery that I'm not really doing any kind of damage at all. You know, Melody, okay, so Adeline says, I love how she likes to speak with a low voice. Tell them about your voice. It's so weird.
Okay, so, about 7 months ago, from 7 months ago all the way since, pretty much since I hit puberty, my voice was about this high, and I thought that was pretty low because I sounded like I was 5 until I was 12, right? And then I got really sick back in September, and then, I don't know, my voice got so messed up that it just dropped. It dropped. And then I thought that was pretty funny, and it was like, it's getting harder to hit the high notes now. And then I got really sick again, not too long after. Like, I don't know, I had a sore throat, and then all of a sudden, my voice was this low, and my mom thought I was throwing my voice, but no, this is just my real voice now, and it's really funny because all my life I had a really high-pitched voice, and I thought I sounded really annoying. I was like, wow, I wish my voice was deeper. But now that my voice is deeper, I'm like, wow, I wish I could hit the high notes again, and I can't anymore. There's no winning. So, I am happy with my deep voice, though, because I always wanted a deeper voice. I got what I wanted, but at what cost, I suppose.
but at what cost?
But at what cost?
So I'm applying Maple Essence Toner now because I forgot to do it before I put on Bethany. But I do like to put on the Maple Essence Toner before I mask because it helps all the nutrients absorb better.
So wait, so you wash your face and then you put toner on and then you use your mask and then you carry on with the rest of your routine.
Well, after you rinse it. You might have to do another cleanse after. Mm-hmm. Like with the Bethany mask, I'm definitely going to have to do a cleanse after.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so right here I've got some acne scarring. So that's where I would put the Dorothy's licorice mask, and I don't really need extra moisture there. So usually I'll mix it with the blueberry and cream mask, but because right around here I don't really get dry or tight, I'm going to use the VCCO, the Vacuum Cleaner Cleansing Oil, because this will work to help draw out more of the acne that's healing right now. At the same time, it's going to address the concerns of the discoloration from the acne scarring with the licorice mask. So I'm killing kind of two birds there. That I don't like that phrase.
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
It's sad. I'm multi-masking, see? That's why I like multi-masking.
It's hard to smile or laugh or do anything in this.
So I'll use maybe like a couple drops of VCCO, Vacuum Cleaner Cleansing Oil, and then just mix it around and make a good paste with the licorice mask. And I like how easy it is to wash off too when you use the VCCO, because it's a cleanser, so it's meant for washing off. And I'm just going to apply it to the spots there. And I have a little bit of discoloration on this side here too, so I'm going to apply it there as well. Oh look, I contoured. This is fun, right?
Yeah.
I wish Daddy would do this with us. I asked Joe if he wanted to do the video tonight, and he said, oh, okay, what are you guys doing? Masking? Nah. I'm good.
Well, also, when people with facial hair mask, do they put it on top of the facial hair, or do they have to work around it?
It depends. Like, for Daddy, I would do, I wouldn't really put a mask on his beard, but what I would do is I would use the Shama's beard oil and make him apply that to his bearded areas, and then mask everywhere else around it.
His bearded areas.
Bearded areas. Okay, what's next? I also break out around my hairline too, so I'm going to use the Sakikasu as well. With the spatula. The spatula. How does your face feel? Do you feel anything?
Is it supposed to feel like better?
No. Some people feel like tingling or anything like that.
Yeah, as you may have noticed, it is really hard for me not to touch my face when I'm wearing a mask.
It's a good thing you're wearing it then.
Yeah.
And then you're not touching your actual face.
Oh, no, I mean like any mask at all. So like, you know, I'll be done with whatever a mask I'm doing, but then my fingertips will always be the same color as the face mask. Cause I can't, like, you know, so I just gotta poke where I'm itchy.
Okay, so now I have sakekasu on my forehead and up around my hairline. And I really need some brightening, I think, right now. So I'm gonna do, so I want brightening, but I also want to tighten my pores a little bit. So I am going to use the Holy Lotus mask for that, because I don't really need to draw anything out right now. I just really want to tone my skin and my cheek area while giving a little bit of hydration at the same time. So it's going to brighten, hydrate, and help to tighten my pores as well. This is Holy Lotus mask. And I like to be really generous with the Holy Lotus mask because I wear it for a long time. Sometimes I'll wear it all day until it's time to pick the kids up from school. So it's like I'm just doing work or housework or whatever in my Holy Lotus all day. And then I'll rinse it off before I leave and throw some SPF on. So this Holy Lotus is one of my favorite stealth masks because you can't tell that you have it on.
My hand face is falling off.
It's not staying behind your ears?
No, it is, but like in the front it's like drooping.
So there is my multi-mask. I have Sakekasu here, Bethany here, Nourish under my eyes, Licorice on some discoloration and acne scars, and then Lotus everywhere else. I filled it in with Lotus. So that's going to help with her brightening and her antioxidants and the acne around her hairline and the dryness and the oiliness on her nose. Yes. Okay. And so mine's going to help with the acne around my hairline with the Sakekasu, the drying out of the hormonal acne breakouts around my mouth with the Bethany, the discoloration with the, Licorice, and the brightening and toning with the Holy Lotus. And then we just sit and we do, I don't know, what do we do while we mask? I clean, I do some work.
I listen to music.
Do you ever do homework while you mask?
I mean, I try. Sometimes, usually when I mask, it's when I don't have any homework left.
Okay.
I kind of just goof off while I'm masking. I figure if I have all this stuff on my face, I don't have to do anything.
That's a lie.
Well, no one ever asked me to do anything. It's like magic. As soon as I put on a mask, no one needs me anymore.
Multi-masking and multitasking. Alright, so we're going to leave this on, and then we're going to rinse it off after about 25 minutes. You're rinsing off in the shower, right?
Alright.
Okay. And what I like to do is I like to do the hot towel, because the hot towel will get all of this off easier. So I'll do a hot towel and wipe it off, and then I'll go over with a foaming cleanser tonight. Alright guys, I went through everything. I don't see any other questions. So thank you for hanging out with us. Next Sunday, no, I'm not doing a live next Sunday because I will be out of town. I'm going to be doing a live on Friday, and it's going to be Sabbatical Beauty on a budget. So if you are on a strict budget, like many of us are, and want to learn how to get the most out of your sabbatical beauty, you can tune in on Friday night. It's going to be at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and I'm going to show you how to do sabbatical beauty on a budget. And if you're catching the replay, please feel free to leave your questions and I'll answer them. Or if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to this video. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with all your friends.
Or Ham Man will get you.
Or Ham Man will get you. Ham Man and Biker Dude will be on your case. Alright, bye guys.